Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen, ponies and gentle. This is the one, the only criticism guy, 2009. AKA, you already know me, mom man, it's no such, but it's tradition for me to say all five of them, so deal with it. It's on Nintendo Free 2011, AKA Manny, Wolverine, and DeviantArt, Facebook at facebook.com/gmail.com/ZConfree2012. And last but not least, my other two, excuse me, I'm a little fucked up right now. My other YouTube channel on Nintendo Anime Manga Guy on 360 over there. And last but not least, definitely check out my Twitter, Nintendo Fan 2012 for sure. And of course my Steam. Steam.com/Shadow Sonic Manga Guy if you want to play with me ever. So yeah, I'm wearing this Lion King shit because I couldn't find any of my other hats because I was washing today, unfortunately. And I didn't have work today because I had to do this little council meeting thing. I got a couple snacks here and there. We had a little bit of pizza and Domino's and a little Subway somebody brought. So I was like, hey, you know what? More the merrier. Unfortunately, I didn't bring anything because I completely forgot about it, but it went pretty good. The meeting was alright, But other than that, and I got to see this really cute ass Asian girl shit. She's a hot ass Filipino girl. A lot of Filipino Hawaiian girls, fine as fuck. And I ended up getting her number and shit. So I'm gonna end up fucking this weekend. You never know. So, yeah, before I do get started, this video is brought to you by the one, the only. Check this shit out right here. Typical Kroger purified drinking water. It's pretty good. I'll recommend this shit. Why not? That and, of course, the Puerto Rican hat in the back with the Harry Potter glasses, the 3D glasses. I'm doing it pretty big right now. And I got my little shitty ass bummy shirt on. I just came back from that place like 2 hours ago, so I'm a little tired because I wake up fucking 6 in the morning to go to that place. It lasted 4 hours. And it didn't start till like 8, but I live pretty far from where I'm at, so I had to take almost 2 hours to get over there. So it was all good. And then it started for Maine and then finished at like 12:30, 1 o'clock. And it's already like 2:30 over here, West Coast Pacific time. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this video. You already read the top of the title, me talking about the secession of the United States of America. It's looking like more, basically it's looking more like the un-United States of America now. Because I just got word last week from, of course, Steve Green 34, aka Greenway TV, Alternative Media Television, and Taping for Liberty, and a couple other places. Even the local news is talking about it out here about, the states, basically ripping apart from the U.S. Basically how it was almost 200 years ago when, all the states were still being created. They were their own free land until the U.S. took over it and ended up becoming a state. They basically wanted to decide to leave the Union. The first one that started off with this was actually Texas. It's funny, I actually used to have a little long-distance relationship out there, all the way in El Paso. I'm not really going to get too much into it. I actually met her on YouTube when I used to start on my Criticism Guy channel a long time ago, about 3 years ago, maybe 2, I think. And I broke up with her around earlier last year, around January. And, yeah, long story short, shit didn't work out. It was pretty crazy what I found out, the reason she was cheating on me. She used to, fake her death a lot. It's pretty stupid, very childish. I think she was, 16, 17, I was, 21. So I kind of knew I was breaking the law there because, once you're, under 18, you really can't be fucking around with little kids like that. But nobody didn't have to know. No officers didn't know. So you know what? I decided to fuck it. I'm never going to see this girl in real life, so might as well. And we talked and texted on the phone, but that was really it. Other than that, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about this and the war that's been going on lately with, the Gaza Strip that's been going on. So this is basically alternative media. So let's really begin. So yeah, I just finished watching 2 of my favorite YouTubers, like I always say, Taping for Liberty and TV34, aka Alternative Media Television, Greenway TV. Shout out to them for sure. I actually heard from Christopher Green himself and then his partner in crime, Topher Morrison, the one that does AMTV News. Definitely check their shit out. And definitely tell your family and your friends about it because they're sheeple and, they have no idea about the New World Order, the Illuminati, Freemasonry, all these fucked up evil organizations that basically run this world. They have no idea about that. Definitely wake them up. If they don't want to get waked up, it's all good because there's a couple people in my family and a couple of my cousins, they're not really wide awake to all this. They're too busy with the rap and hip-hop shit. It's all mainstream media bullshit, really. They're too busy into being a sheep, unfortunately. I tried a few times to wake them up. Long story short, never worked out. But You know, they still respect me, they don't care, and that's just how I respect them, you know. They want to keep living their life, that's their life, you know. Nothing I can do. But, if you do wake them up, which I have woken up a couple of my family friends and cousins and shit, you know, it worked out pretty good. They thank me every day for waking them up from this bullshit that we live through in life, you know. So yeah, the Gaza Strip, you know, there's been a lot of shit going on the past couple of days with Israel and Palestine basically shooting the hell out of rockets with each other. And basically, it's basically a whole divide and conquer scenario if you really look at it. You know, it's really what the globalists are pushing their agenda to see. What they're trying to figure out is like, they're trying to pretend to lie to all the people, or the sheeple, that, oh, everything's going to go all right. We just need to put more war. And basically, that means us as the United States, we're going to have to send more troops out there to get killed for nothing, really. And that's the reason I really don't like how the New World Order and the globalists and the bastard pieces of shit Rothschilds and Rockefellers that run this fucking country, unfortunately. What I really don't like about it is they just want more death. They want to do that whole Georgia Guidestones thing. They have to keep the world population under 6 billion or whatever. And if it goes under that, they're going to, like, make the devil unhappy. But if it stays under that, they'll make him happy. I know it's a very fucked up, evil, psychopathic thing that I'm talking about, but truth is real out there, man. Truth hurts, but truth will set you free. You know this already. You should know this. And if you don't, then join the club, buddy. Other than that, that's why I understand the Gaza Strip. You know, there's a lot of Jewish people out there. No offense to Jewish people, because where I'm at, there's a couple of Jews here and there, but they're pretty chill. You know, they really don't bother anyone. They're already making lots of millions of dollars. You know, it's all good with me. I don't care. And if there's any people out there that are viewers out there that are Jewish descendants, you know, I have nothing against it. I'm not trying to be a racist. I'm not trying to be like how Family Guy, he always makes fun of Jewish. He makes fun of black, Asian, Latinos too, but he mostly makes fun of Jewish people a lot on them. But like I said, I got nothing against Jewish people. You know, you guys are chill. You got really cool ass actors. You got Adam Sandler, Andy Samberg. You got fucking that one dude that was in the Facebook movie, Jesse Eisenberg. You know, you got very amazing actors. You know, even I don't know if Christopher Walken's Jewish or not. I'm not sure. I know the other two, Robert De Niro, he's Italian Jewish, and the other one, Al Pacino's full Italian, I think. But you know, there's pretty good ass actors. You know. And they run like lots of business law firms and everything, so, you know, they usually do pretty damn good for themselves, you know, even though they went through a lot of bullshit when Adolf Hitler was killing most of them back in the 30s and 40s, way before I was fucking alive, I know that. But, you know, yeah, you know, they're all that bullshit, and they're still going through bullshit just in the other country, in Islam and Palestine and shit like that, you know, but over here in the U.S., they're still doing pretty good, you know. Even though they got a lot of family out there, which, you know, if I have family out there, which I don't, I only got family out in Mexico, a little bit in Puerto Rico, and over here in the U.S., mostly New York and New Jersey. I got somebody out here in Vegas. I only got maybe like an auntie and a cousin, and that's it. Other than that, long story short, a lot of them are getting into bomb shelters and everything, you know, praying and hoping to God that they don't fucking die. But other than that, you know, long story short, like I just said, then you hear this guy, this Benjamin Netanyahu, a.k.a. King Bibi, as Seagreen calls him, you know, basically the savior of everything, which I think he's probably a piece of shit, too. He's probably one of the puppets for the Illuminati as well, so I don't trust that motherfucker at all, whatsoever. I don't trust a damn fucking thing that he says out of his mouth. The only person I trust is God, and that's it. Trust no others. Show no fucking love to any of those bastards. Other than that, you know, he wants to call for a ground invasion. He was going to do it, but then he decides, oh, you know what? I don't really feel like killing 70, 80 million people, so you know what? I'm going to take a couple more days off. Basically what he was fucking saying. Shit out of his fucking mouth. That's all it is. That's all I'm hearing. Shit. That's all the fuck I'm saying. Other than that, I know I keep doing this, but you know, you need to wake the fuck up. I don't give a fuck if I'm loud or not. Other than that, what I really wanted to talk about, besides the Gaza Strip and all that, is really the secession of the United States, like I was talking about earlier, where Texas was deciding to leave the U.S. And every other 50 state was thinking about doing it too. I even heard that, like, out here in Vegas and Nevada, they were thinking about doing it, which I never even knew about that till last week on Friday. You know, it's kind of Tuesday now, a couple days late on it, but, you know, better late than never, like they say, you know. And let me get my drink real quick, because, you know I need my water now. Without this, people will die. Humans will die. Yeah. basically the life source of everything, is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, you know, basically, this whole secession of the leaving the United States with Texas doing it, I have a feeling it's probably going to start off with a big giant, and I'm hearing people outside. But, sorry for the dog barking, I really apologize for that. But yeah, you know, the secession of the U.S., I have a feeling it's probably going to start off with the big giant states first, like here, Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Oregon, Washington, the northern Washington, Montana's at, Idaho, California. They're probably going to start doing it first. And basically, after they're done, all the Midwestern states are probably going to start leaving the U.S., and then a few parts in the South. So even if Fabian for Liberty was saying, in Florida left the U.S., because that's where he's from, in Tampa, Florida, down there in the South. Shout out to anyone that lives out in Florida, if you're watching this video, all the way from Nevada. But yeah, out in Florida, he said, like, if they were to leave the U.S. and to leave the Union as a whole, without getting no more help from the government, no more financial aid, no more welfare shit, you know, basically no help from the government at all. Basically, they're on their own kind of scenario. The word that come down to that, he was saying in his state, it will have a lot of oil, water transports, you know, it will still get a lot of consumerism from other countries and shit like that. They would become their own little country themselves. And what else? They'll have a lot of transportation, not issues. They would just have transportation with the water most of the time. So they would have, you know, Puerto Rico right there and Cuba and fucking the Bahamas, Haiti, you know, they will still have that area too, because they're not that far. They're like 200-300 miles away from each other. That's like a trip from here all the way to Oregon. That's probably how high it would be. Because it's water-wise, and not in the land. It would be on the sea. But other than that, that's really all I have to say about this whole issue with the secession in the U.S. In a way, he was saying it will be good, because that way they'll be able to stand for real liberty and real freedom. You know, that's what I want too. You know, but unfortunately, we're always put down, not by the man, but by the Illuminatis and shit like that, and say, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you know. Basically, we all got to rise up and defeat this motherfucker once and for all, really, and put a boot up its fucking ass. That's what we really need to do, alright? But anyways, it is what it is, ain't what it ain't. Thank you for watching, all my ladies and gentlemen, ponies and gentlefolks. I don't know what other video I'm going to be doing, but yeah, you know, keep hearing and thinking of I don't even know if I'm hearing a doorbell or not, but you already know how I am with paranormal shit. But, that's all I have to say. See you when I see you, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. Hope you like this alternative media video. I might do a couple more, maybe not. I was thinking more about anime reviews, and, as far as my Nintendo Fruit channel, my 2011 channel, I'm going to be doing anime reviews on my, this brand new anime I just heard about last night called, what's it called? Hungry Joker. It was a manga for 3-6 months already, but I didn't hear about it until yesterday. That one and another older anime. I know it's not that new anymore, but I just started getting into it a month ago. It's called Sword Art Online. Definitely check it out. And I highly recommend that shit if you're an anime manga freak like I am. If you're a fanboy of that shit the way I am, definitely thumbs up for that shit. So I will see you around. Take care. Talk to you soon. And yeah, it's Tuesday, so 3 more days till Black Friday if you want to go out there and beat the living shit out of any motherfucker that tries to take material shit that's really just going to go out of style in the next 3 weeks, alright? Take care. I'm gone. Later. I'm out. Bye.